How do you say his name?
Sure.
Whatever.
It's a guy.
Rob.
It's part of Team Loser.
He's Kamala's campaign manager.
Yeah, Team Loser.
Here he is on Hollywood and the left.
For the left, our amplification ecosystem is the mainstream media in Hollywood.
Look at it, just admitted it right there.
The mainstream media in Hollywood, don't really mess with us, or don't really.
Right.
They're not like actually allies.
Sure they are.
And they're not where these voters who don't want to pay attention to politics are. Like, we're sitting here at Harvard at a big event with the mainstream media, and
Just
this
saying
is
it
like
all out loud.
Voters out there that we actually needed to reach are not seeing this at all, and they're not seeing mainstream media at all. And I think fundamentally we have a mismatch between the amplification engine of the left and the media of this moment, which is increasingly alternative, anti-establishment, all that stuff. And so that presents a real issue for us as the party of institutions at a time when people really hate institutions.
Boy,
That's amazing.
he said a lot.
Yeah, he did. There's a lot to delve into in that spiel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So all of Hollywood and all of mainstream media is not enough. Okay, what else do you need? This just goes to my point that they can't win based on any debate, on any factual argument. Yeah. They just can't win. That's why they resent so much that there are conservative podcasts and there's Fox News. And that's about all we have. But all the rest of it, I guess that's not good enough.
Well, the truth is the enemy of the left. And
it is.
As long as they can hide their true intentions, they think they can pull one over on you. But, man, he came right out and said.
He did.
That, what did he say? They're not going to mess with us. The Hollywood and
the left.
And mainstream media, that's where they amplify our message.
Yeah. Thank you for at least for that admission. Also, Quentin Fulks on the Democrat primary process.
Nobody knows what his job title has been on that campaign.
But as all the weeping and wailing over the election results continue, and they try to come up with some reason why, how, why, where did we lose this election? We're so shocked, which they should have known from the beginning. But here he is on the process.
We didn't even hold a primary this time, and I guess my question was, what's it going to take?
We had a candidate drop out 14 months into an election. We ultimately lost this race, but I can guarantee you if we had had an open Democratic primary, that the Democratic coalition would have been so fractured that we would have guaranteed a loss.
Pause it.
There are a lot of things.
If we had let our voters decide on our candidate, we would have still lost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're admitting some weird things here. It's a little bit surprising, isn't it?
Is it the message, or is it your candidates, or is it the fact you don't trust your voters? Because he's saying we're so fractured.
Yeah.
Either way, they realize how much they suck.
Yes.
And they're admitting. The first step is admitting it, Quentin.
There you go.
Did he have more?
Yeah.
All right.
Coalition would have been so fractured that we would have guaranteed a loss. There are a lot of things that I know people want to speculate on, but at the end of the day, when we ultimately got the campaign together, we had 107 days. And I know people don't like that time frame, that number, but to open up a Democratic primary, you would have had black women, who were the strongest voting bloc for Kamala Harris, be highly upset if it was not Kamala Harris. You would have had someone starting with zero infrastructure. I hear your concern, and I'm not saying that primaries are not important and open primaries are important, but this is such an anomaly of a campaign and the time frame of which it would have almost been virtually impossible to have a open primary of any success that would have put the Democratic Party in a position to be able to defeat Donald Trump. And I think at the end of the day, I honestly applaud any Democratic
the lack of democracy
whose name has been put out there for sucking it up, whatever feelings that they had.
That's great.
These opportunities don't come around very often.
I don't know.
And there are a number of people who I know saw a chance for a week or a day or 2-3 days and ultimately made the decision not to run.
Saying
and
it was the right thing.
Supported the vice president, which I understand is hard. And so I applaud them.
Okay.
He applauds them for the lack of democracy here, which they scream about every day, all day.
I feel like he's equally blaming his base and his candidate choices because
yes, does sound that way. Yeah, it does.
What a weak bench, man.
Yeah,
and they know
terrible,
it. And
they're in trouble.
They're also
for a long time.
They're in trouble because they're wrong.
Yeah,
but also because, like he just said, we're so fractured.